This is a video on a pocket clip I designed for the Bradley Kimura II. It's basically made out of a piece of banding material or sheet steel that was sent to me by a fellow forum member off of Blade forums. So this is the original material, what it looks like, and this is it after I polish it up a little. This is kind of just a prototype design. It's not really final. I mean, the final design, I'd actually like to get this bend a little tighter, not so curvy, but this design does work. The basic concept does work. Just to kind of explain the design, the Bradley Kimura comes with only one screw to hold in the latch, and these two screws I found were not very helpful to hold in a clip because Bradley designs this with kind of a curve, and these screws are very shallow, so you don't really have a lot of reach with them, and plus it's hard to get a clip to kind of mold with this shape. So what I did was, if you look here, the clip has kind of two wings that wrap around the handle, and what that does is it prevents the clip from rotating left and right. And I found that with this screw pressure and these two wings, it actually holds pretty tight. I didn't really get a lot of movement. I actually carried this knife today, and this clip holds pretty tight, so I'm pretty happy with it. It does need a little bit of touching up. It still kind of has a rough finish, but overall it works, and I do plan to make subsequent design improvements. I'll probably make one where instead of wrapping around with these wings, it'll probably just come around like kind of like that, like a 90-degree bend over this. That'll probably stop the twisting as well, and probably just an easier way to build the clip, because these two wings were very hard to get exactly the right bend and width to match the knife. I made the clip basically because I think the Kimura is a great EDC knife, and I do have a lanyard method of carrying it, but the problem with that is a lanyard sometimes stays on one pair of pants, or maybe it's in a drawer and I get too lazy and I don't get around to putting it on, so the Kimura gets left behind. With the clip, I can just grab it, throw it in my pocket, and go. You know, that's nice. And the Kimura is a great EDC just because it is very thin. It's not the lightest knife, but in terms of just pocket carry, it's very thin. It's not very wide, so you don't notice it once you have it clipped to your pants. In terms of how it functions and if it affects flipping, it doesn't really affect my flipping. This is a kind of a thick piece of metal, but I didn't really find it offset the weight, the balance too much, and I don't really feel it. I mean, it is on the bite handle, so when you usually are manipulating the safe handle most of the time when you're flipping, so it never really got in the way, not in my experience. And I flipped it pretty extensively too, and in terms of how it carries in the pocket, it's very secure. It's actually pretty tight, as tight as any of the other pocket clips I've used on a Bali song or on a pocket knife. So maybe in the future I may do a tutorial. This one I just kind of wanted to show people the idea, the concept, and maybe in the future I'll kind of show how I actually made it. And just as a preview, if you look in the background, I have my new Bradley Mayhem here, Cold Steel Archangel, and the Ballistisk. I can't pronounce it, but it's the one made by Jerry Horn. It's a custom. These aren't mine. These were sent to me by a fellow forum member at Blade forums for me to review. But this one I did purchase, so these reviews will be coming soon. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I can show you my future designs and kind of give you guys an idea of how to make it, and we'll keep you posted.